солнышко этот. Hello there. So this is yet another camera confidence practice. And let me sit higher. As always, the warning, please do not watch this video because I am recording it for the sake of my own practice and not to bring any value to you, my dear viewer. So yeah. So, okay. I am planning to rename this practice to Talk, Book, and Camera. But for today, I want to continue to discuss my highlights from the Tools of Titans book by Tim Ferriss. Why am I want to start a 30-minute timer. And okay, let me open the book. And this practice that I'm doing right now is part of my non-negotiables for today. I'm very tired. It's the end of the day, but it's Friday, so it's also the end of the week. But I'm going to do this. Okay, so the place where I stopped last time was around the questions. Tim Ferriss has this beautiful and very possibly valuable chapter called this open door freaks me out, called What Makes These People Different. And this chapter is around questions. And let me maybe turn this over. Can I? Oh, great. So this chapter is around questions, and I have covered it already twice in this type of practice, but it feels so important. It feels so valuable to master this new scale approach to ask the right questions to the right people, including myself, so I can ask some questions that I'd like some. For example, what I'm avoiding right now? What things am I avoiding right now? So, for example, this question is very interesting. It's not interesting. It's I get excited about it. It helps me focus on. It helps me focus on the things that are important, on important things. Judge a man by his questions rather than his answers. So I want to master this art of asking questions, but we already went through this, and the next quote is, fortunately, 10x results don't always require 10x effort, but we have gone through all those things too. Bookmarks, 0 bookmarks. So big changes come in small packages. To dramatically change your life, you don't need to run a 100-mile race, get a PhD, or completely reinvent yourself. It's the small things done consistently that are the big things. Something like these non-negotiables. Small things done consistently? Well, they are not that small. If you think about it, I am spending a 30-minute piece or of time, period of time on recording this video, and this is not the only one non-negotiable that I has started doing recently. So one 30-minute piece, another 30-minute piece, yet another 30-minute piece, and a 12-minute meditation. So it's already 102 minutes of non-negotiables. But I have heard and I have discussed, I have covered this highlight 2 on this show. I don't know how to refer to that type of videos that I do, but it feels like an important approach that I don't respect enough. I've heard of it from Andy Galpin, and I have told this already too. I told this in the last video, that consistency beats intensity. So this highlight is probably about it. And I've heard that from also Jordan Peterson, who told that humility and reducing the task that I am procrastinating or resisting to do to the smallest piece that is available for me, and that I feel like I can actually do. That's difficult. I need to be humble enough and to do that. Okay, but let's go to the next quote. What do they have in common? They added training. The next chapter that I have highlights in is called, the title is, What Do They Have in Common? And it's in this book, you'll naturally look for common habits and recommendations, and you should. Here are a few patterns, some other than others. And this book is a compilation of many different life-improving tools from many different successful people. And now, as I think about it, I feel like it's not the common things I want to look for, seek for, that I'm looking for. I want to extract a list of those tools and try them all, or the ones that I feel that I resonate with, and by experimenting with those tools, I can see whether they are applicable to me in my current situation, in my current state of things. That's what I want to do. Okay, so by the first highlight is more than 80% of the interviewers have some form of daily mindfulness or meditation practice. So 80% of the interviewers, they have daily mindfulness or meditation practice. Deliberate practice, as far as I can tell. So this mindfulness or meditation practice seems to be working for a great percentage of people that are successful. So why not to adopt it, I thought, And that's why it's a part of my current non-negotiables, daily non-negotiables. I'm doing 12 minutes of meditation. And I have tried meditating like many, many times. And it was something like, it was more, some periods I was more consistent. And in some periods I was not. Lately, I am not. I haven't been meditating. And actually, I have been avoiding writing my daily diary or weekly diary too. So these two things, these two practices, meditations and daily diary, I challenged myself to do on a daily basis as non-negotiables. And okay, but good. A surprising number of males, not females, over 45 never eat breakfast or eat only the skinniest of fare. I want to highlight this skinniest. I don't know this is this word I see for the first time. Scantiest of fare, and fair too. I am not sure whether I resonate with skipping the breakfast. So I will experiment with it. I'm kind of skipping it partially. So currently, I tend to, not always, but most of the days, I tend to wake up at 5 a.m. And then I work on my projects till something like 8 or 9. And I don't eat, I just only drink water in that period. And then I go to the gym. And in the gym, there is, I drink a caffeinated, I drink water with caffeine. And this water is sweetened and has vitamins in it. So I think that it's not, so I'm breaking fast with this water. So I drink several portions, like 3 or 4. So I drink something like in the range of from 450 milligrams of caffeine to 600 milligrams of caffeine every morning. Okay, let's go to... Nearly everyone has done some form of spec work, completing projects on their own time and dime, then submitting them to prospective buyers. This one is this one I highlighted. So nearly every one of those the people who are successful and are interviewed, and have completed their own projects that they invested their own time and dime, as he says, and then sold those projects. So this is what I'm currently trying to create right now. I have worked on several projects of my own, and none of them was successful. All of them were great experiences and great investment of my time and money, but in terms of like money profit, they were not profitable. So great experience. This time I want to make sure that the project is profitable. This is an interesting highlight for me, is that it shows that most of the people that are successful, they are not successful. They had completed their own projects that are out of scope of their daily job. They were. Okay, the next, I didn't highlight this, but the belief that failure is not durable, and I'm not sure how. Oh, okay. Okay, so I like this quote. So, in some common habits, they have the belief that failure is not durable, so it won't last long. Let's see, preface. Oh, okay. I didn't read this part, so I haven't gone thus far for this. But okay, I like this the meaning. I didn't durable. The belief that failure is not durable. For me, it is very painful to fail, and I'm going through the process of exploring what happens, why, what are the deeper forces or traumas or entities inside me. Entities sounds very spiritual, but what are the deeper drivers inside me that are inducing this fear of failure? Okay, almost every guest has been able to take obvious weaknesses and turn them into huge competitive advantages. Obvious weaknesses and turn them into huge competitive advantages. I wonder how and what is the framework behind, or principles behind, that obvious weaknesses and turn them into huge competitive advantages. Well, he refers to Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is probably that he was a very big man, and there were no. It was not popular to. It was unpopular to star in a movie if you're a bodybuilder. Okay, let's see. So the next highlight was skip, but do so intelligently. Perhaps it's skipping and glossing over precisely these topics or questions that has created blind spots, bottlenecks, and unresolved issues in your life. That was certainly true for me. If you decide to flip past something noted, return to it later at some point and ask yourself, why did I skip this? Did it offend me? Seem beneath me? Seem too difficult? And did you arrive at that by thinking it's true, or is it a reflection of biases inherited from your parents and others? Very often, our beliefs are not our own. Okay, this is all great, and I will probably look at this this way, but it's interesting point that I might be skipping the things that I'm not currently, I'm not sensitive to, or I'm desensitized, or I'm avoiding some decisions, some decisions, actions, and this is why my psyche kind of avoiding to resonate with them. But also some of the, so I've read almost all, I have almost finished this book, so I'm at something like 86% right now. I have read something like 86% of the book right now, and many of the topics that I skipped or have skipped, I didn't find them that much applicable to my life. So part of those were, they were about investing in IT, and I don't want to spend my time right now on that. I'm not interested in investments, so I'm not sure whether I need to study those right now, but okay. The next highlight is from the chapter called Just Remember Two Principles. And the first principle, or so he writes, listen, blah blah blah. There is some context or revelation covering. So first principle, probably. So writes, success, however you define it, is achievable if you collect the right field-tested beliefs and habits. And this actually, this is amazing. This is what I want to think about and adopt and make sure to be diligent about allocating that in my life. So someone else has done your version of success before, and often many have done something similar. But you might ask, what about at first, like calling it blah blah blah, their recipe? So this is what I want to make sure that I am very thorough about collecting the right field tested beliefs and habits. Beliefs and habits. So there are two, like beliefs and right field tested. So from people who have done it, who have achieved it. So for that, so it's like beliefs, it's like navigation system, and then habits, so execution consistently. And I want to have that. I want to have the right beliefs and habits. I want to look at the world through the lens of the beliefs of the people, the right field tested beliefs that highlight, that help me to navigate and to detect, to pull, to spot the right things, the things that are needed, required for me to spot, that help me to achieve my goals, to achieve me that success that I want. And then the habits are vehicles of driving or of executing, of doing, of moving through the things that I have spotted through beliefs. And maybe also beliefs help me to keep going in the direction that I want to be going. So that's how I hear it. 2, superheroes. The superheroes you have in your mind, idols, icons, titans, billionaires, etc., are nearly all walking flaws who've maximized one or two strengths. Humans are imperfect creatures. You don't succeed because you have no weaknesses. You succeed because you find your unique strengths and focus on developing habits around them. Unique strengths. And I wonder what are my unique strengths. And developing habits around them. I would like to discover or spot the strengths that I have, and then focus on developing habits around them to facilitate them with help of, I don't know, other people, delegating some parts of my work. To make this crystal clear, I've deliberately included two sections in this book, here and here, that will make you think, wow, Tim Ferriss is a mess. How the hell does he ever get anything done? Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. The heroes in this book are no different. Everyone struggles. Take solace in them. It's like comfort. Okay, solace. Okay. Let me copy this word because how do you say this word? Okay, no, I don't want that. I want solace. Let me store this word in my Notion database of new English words. Solace. Okay. Great. So two principles. Collect the right field-tested beliefs and habits. For me, it's not about only knowing about the habits that are field-tested and they have proven them right and working, that they can help. It's also about actually adopting, integrating those habits in my life. And that part is difficult. Because first, I want quick results. That's my nature, unfortunately. It's hard for me to stay focused on a long-term goal. So, but probably one of my strengths is actually self-control. I can control myself well. Enough, not like to the highest extent, but I can control myself enough so that I make sure that I do the work. I'm not able to control myself to the level where I'm 100% precise in maintaining things. Like, for example, yesterday I went to bed at 11:10 p.m. So 10 minutes past 11, and I woke up today at 7 a.m. But my goal is to wake up at 5. And I was doing that, but I'm on vacation right now, and I'd like to give myself a little bit of slack. So what I also discovered is that I like novelty. I like that when things are changing, when there is a floating schedule, when there is some portion of stability and routines and habits and blocks of time that I use to move things further. But also, I really like novelty. I really like that that I have enough novelty in my work processes, in my when I rest, when I have fun. So I want to mix things up, and that's actually makes it. I'm not sure whether it makes things harder, but definitely I need to make sure that the novelty part is taken care of. That I change my positions, maybe I change where my desk is in this room, and sometimes I change some other things. So actually, maybe it is a good idea to change the position of my desk sometimes, so that I feel like it's a different place. Okay, good. So this is it for today for talk, book, and camera practice. See you tomorrow.